Hi, Jeremy again for the Honest Sales Coach and Right Reason Consulting. Welcome back to another episode. This is installment 20 in the Honest Sales Quote series. If you haven't already done so, please hit the like button below and also click to subscribe and click the bell so that you get notifications every time a new video comes out. All right, so today's quote is from Hank Trisler, training I went to probably about 20 years ago. Learned quite a few nuggets that helped me in my career. And this quote says, "The person who listens controls the conversation. The person who talks monopolizes the conversation." Now, it sounds really obvious, and I know some people, if you've advanced to that level in understanding what sales means, you already get this. But a lot of times people who start out in sales are told that it's all about being a good talker. And people are told when they're young, oh, you'd be great in sales. You're such a good talker. And he could just talk to anybody and nonstop and has an answer for everything. And all of these different things that relate to how well spoken you are, how well you're able to speak to people. And, obviously that stuff has its place, but talking doesn't control the conversation. And sometimes we make the mistake of doing all the talking and having a prospect just sit there and look at us, listen, nod, and they're not getting sold. So I like what Hank says here because, it's listening, which leads us to other steps that are important as well. But it's listening, right? As the saying goes, God gave us two ears, one mouth, use accordingly. So the person who's listening is actually controlling the conversation. I feel like a lot of times people make the mistake of thinking the more they talk, the more they dominate the conversation, the more they're actually controlling it. And that is true in some cases. You can control a conversation with a person who will let you. Doesn't necessarily mean you're going where you want it to go or you're going to make the sale, but you can dominate a person through talking nonstop if they're passive enough to let that happen. But it doesn't mean that it's going to go well. So the person who's listening is actually doing the controlling the conversation, because if you're listening, you hear what they're saying, it gives you the ability then to respond, to show that you're listening, to steer the conversation in the right direction with questions, and and more than anything else, just by showing that you are listening. So again, last time here from Hank Trisler, the person who listens controls the conversation. The person who talks monopolizes the conversation. That's it for today. We'll talk to you again soon.